I hope everyone's doing well this day or evening. I've created a new team, so I just want to go through a few games and do a little bit of commentary just to give you an idea of my thought process and how the team works. So the team is Primarina, Corviknight, Tyranitar, Raichu, Dusclops, and Conkeldurr. So obviously we can see that with Raichu and Corviknight, it has a fast mode, Raichu providing speed control in the form of paralysis, Corviknight providing speed control with max airstream, and it also has a slow mode with Dusclops and Conkeldurr, who are obviously very slow. And we have Primarina and Tyranitar, who are sort of mid-speed Pokemon, and depending on the matchup, who can actually function either in fast mode, getting the speed boosts, or the paralysis help from Raichu, or in Trick Room against speedier teams. So the team that I'm facing off against is Durant, Milotic. It's a pretty standard kind of team in a way. It doesn't have like huge meta overused Pokemon, but it is a meta composition. So yeah, there is the Durant, there is the Milotic, the Chandelure, Conkeldurr, Togekiss, and the Whimsicott. So I'm really afraid of the Durant, and my lead is specifically out there to help deal with Durant. And I realize that it's probably going to have a support, which is most likely Whimsicott. So Raichu and Corviknight, I feel, is my best counter to that. But he actually leads with his Whimsicott and his Conkeldurr. He was probably expecting me to lead with my Tyranitar, but I actually don't bring Tyranitar for this match specifically because of Conkeldurr. And you see, I look there, I say, okay, what does he have in the back? Probably Milotic, probably Durant, but I'm not 100% sure at this point. So I say, okay, the first thing I can do is I can Dynamax my Corviknight, and I can fake out into the Whimsicott and hit max airstream on the Conkeldurr. There's a pretty high chance that one or both of my opponents will protect this turn, especially the Whimsicott, in anticipation for the fake out, and the Conkeldurr could possibly protect or use detect because they have a flame orb to proc their guts boost. So I feel that max airstreaming into the Conkeldurr is the right play because he's usually quite bulky. So even if he protects, which he does here, then the chip damage will be pretty good. Raichu goes out, he fakes out into the Whimsicott, and the Whimsicott gets flinched for this turn, and Corviknight uses max airstream, whacking the Conkeldurr for decent damage through the protect. Now this is important because I envision that the Whimsicott is probably going to tailwind the next turn. Now he can't use Charm into my Corviknight, and Fake Tears doesn't do anything for the Whimsicott. So I'm thinking Whimsicott is probably going to use Tailwind, but the max airstream boost on my Corviknight actually means that a +1 Corviknight should be faster than the +2 Conkeldurr. So I say, okay, I'm going to use Raichu to just hyper boost Corviknight's attack and just whack the Corviknight as hard as possible with another max airstream. So the attacks that Whimsicott usually has is Moonblast and Energy Ball, neither one of which can really hurt Corviknight. Yep, Whimsicott uses the Tailwind, but it doesn't make his Conkeldurr faster than my Corviknight, so the max airstream just comes out of the gate and blows it away, which, you know, that was a really good turn for me, because now my guys are +2, and that basically nullifies the Tailwind boost that Whimsicott has given them. So we take a look at what their next Pokemon is going to be, and we just wait for it, and it's the Togekiss. And the Togekiss is fair enough. So I say, okay, I'm going to protect on Raichu. Or do I protect on Raichu? I don't remember. I think I do. I want to protect on Raichu because I'm afraid of the Togekiss hitting it with something big. And I say, okay, I'm going to max airstream into the Whimsicott. Now, I could have gone for a max Steel Spike, but I say, in Tailwind, Togekiss should be faster, or has a high chance of being faster, and the airstream would ensure that I'm the faster one next turn. Now, I was actually wrong on this one. This was a slow Togekiss. So my Corviknight just picks up the kill onto the Whimsicott right there. So Whimsicott goes down, and Togekiss uses Dazzling Gleam, goes into the Raichu, doesn't do anything because of the Protect, hits Corviknight. It's not very effective, obviously. It's a critical hit, but it barely hurts, so it's not a big deal to me whatsoever. And now my opponent has 2 Pokemon left, and one of them is Durant. Now, unfortunately for me, I'm out of my Dynamax, so I say, okay, what's going to happen here? Because I consider bringing in another Pokemon, but I say, okay, what's probably going to happen is that Durant is going to probably max Rockfall into my Raichu in order to break the Focus Sash and take it out with the Sandstorm. So my Raichu is dead to rights, and what I can do here is I can Helping Hand my Corviknight and get rid of the Togekiss, or at least try to get rid of the Togekiss. Like, that's the best thing I can do in my current position now. And then with Dusclops and Primarina, beat out the Durant using Trick Room. So that's my strategy, and we'll see how we go here. So Raichu uses Helping Hand, and with all my Airstream boosts, I should be faster, I believe. Togekiss uses Follow Me, and what happens is that Durant does go for max Rockfall, comes out, thwacks the Raichu, big ouch, and it holds on with the Focus Sash, but it will get knocked out by the Sandstorm. Now, unfortunately, the Durant is actually faster than my Corviknight, so Corviknight goes with the Iron Head. Doesn't kill the Togekiss, which is really, really unfortunate. It gets really close with the Helping Hand, but unfortunately the Corviknight just doesn't have enough offensive power to take out the Togekiss in one shot, and that's probably a physically bulky Togekiss, and that could be why. So I'm debating who to bring out here. Do I bring out Dusclops? Do I bring out Primarina? And so I say to myself, well, there's 2 turns of Dynamax left, and definitely it's not gonna, Primarina's not gonna last. So I need to bring out Dusclops, and I say, okay, what I would do here, I go for Trick Room, and then I say, okay, I need to get rid of the Togekiss. I'm just gonna Iron Head again. So that's what I do here. The Togekiss uses Helping Hand on the Durant, which I wasn't expecting actually, and Durant uses max Rockfall into my Corviknight. Now, maybe he was reading an ally switch coming out from my Dusclops and attempting to hit the Dusclops instead, but it doesn't pan out for him. I lose my Corviknight, which is unfortunate, but now that Trick Room has gone up, it's actually not too bad for me, right? Because now I have Dusclops and I have Primarina on the field, and the 2 of them are the slowest Pokemon on the field. So I consider, okay, what's my move here? How do I win this? Now, Togekiss is probably going to use Follow Me this turn, so I protected my Primarina because Durant has 1 more turn left of Dynamax, so I don't want to expose it to any danger, and I say, okay, I'm going to try and Will-O-Wisp the Durant, but if Togekiss uses Follow Me, then I'll hit the burn on Togekiss instead, and it will take out Togekiss, so it's not the end of the world. So Togekiss uses Follow Me. Yep. And then the Will-O-Wisp comes out, it hits the Togekiss. Now, I'm pretty confident that Durant is going to try and get rid of Primarina, because Primarina is the real threat as far as he's concerned, because Dusclops can't really do much to Durant. So Primarina takes damage, a lot of damage, that easily 1 hits if I didn't protect there. And he gets the special defense boost from the Max Quake, which is good for him. But Durant is a very, very frail Pokemon, and now that it's finished its Dynamax turns, it's not going to turn out well for it. So Togekiss gets hit by the Sandstorm, goes down, and I say, okay, this is looking like it's in my advantage. So right now, what I can do is I can Will-O-Wisp again into the Durant, and then I can Hyper Voice. and that's pretty free because the Durant is faster, so he has no way to deny me all of that. Now, it might be a bit painful if Will-O-Wisp miss, but it doesn't. So it hits the Durant, which halves its attack. Primarina comes out with Hyper Voice, almost kills it, which actually guarantees the match. The amount of damage guarantees me the match. So Durant uses Iron Head, and it doesn't kill Primarina because of the burn. It loses health from the Life Orb, and it will go down to the burn here. But even if I had missed Will-O-Wisp, the fact that Hyper Voice did so much damage means that I can just Nightshade the next turn, and there's nothing Durant can do to stop it. So that's the win, that's the game. And yeah, so thank you for listening, and I hope to see you for the next video.